CJ, that's my guy, so I hope he's all right. So just praying about that, and then same thing with Jordan, went down a little earlier. He got up a little quicker, so I mean, hoping both of them are good, and just a minor setback. So just thoughts and prayers for them, and yeah.
Did you see what happened on the CJ play?
I didn't. I was looking at the throw and then saw him on the ground. Wasn't sure exactly if he got someone bumped into him, if he just went the wrong way. I don't really know. But like I said, just hoping he's all right. I mean, we'll go back and look at it on film. Maybe we'll be able to tell a little bit more. But I didn't see. I didn't see what happened.
Officiating crew is in today. I don't know how long they're here, but how much do you interact with those guys? What do you see on the field? Do you have an actual crew with you?
Yeah, it just helps. Certain plays as far as, I mean, obviously up front it's a little harder. We don't have pads on, so all the time clock and the holding calls, all that is kind of hard to judge. But out on the perimeter, it helps a lot with PI, offensive and defensive holding. If guys are moving at all when the ball is snapped, having the right guys on the line of scrimmage, all that helps a lot when you have those guys out there. And just every little detail, making sure we're crisp. Had a pretty good day today, so just continue to talk to them, and even if they aren't throwing flags, giving us little tips like, hey, watch your hands here if you're a receiver or a DB, just helping us with that.
Do they go in meeting rooms too, or is it just on the field?
Just on the field, yeah. Before and after, they'll talk to us a little bit.
Where are you at in terms of install and what's left for you guys going forward for the next week and a half, 2?
Yeah, I mean, we're getting close to the end of our, we've installed probably, this is our third time through this whole off-season program. So each time we add a few things to each install, a few little twists and adjustments and additions, all that. So we got a lot of stuff in right now. We have a few more to go over again, like I said, and add a few things. But I mean, we went through all of it, through everything at least one time, and some of the things, this is the third time. So we're making great progress. Playbook's coming together really nicely. It's been really good.
Would you generally feel like this is what you're going to have come training camp?
Yeah.
What you're using right now?
Exactly, yeah. I thought this, you kind of imagine it goes this way. It's been really smooth. Like I said, being able to install it 3 times really helps you each time understand it more and more and pick up on little things and just execute it better all the way around. So that's helped a lot. And then by the time training camp comes, obviously we're going to go back and review stuff, but then we can really hit the ground running and have everything in, and script practices a certain way where we have all of our ammo instead of just install by install. We can kind of have the whole playbook.
What are some of the nuances that you really like about it? Because it looks like there's some tempo here mixed in here and there.
Yeah. We just do a variety of things. I think we mix it up a lot. There's a lot of outlets as a quarterback. You can get put in the right position. You can put yourself in the right position, I should say. And then just it allows us to play fast. There's a lot of answers and a lot of adjustments, but only if you need them. If not, you can play fast and guys can play free and really just let people react. That's I think the whole idea is to give you all the answers, but at some point you got to go play and be able to play fast, and I think that's where we're getting now, where we're finally understanding everything and we can just go out there and play.
Can some of those adjustments be overwhelming? There's so many of them, you said.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't need these right now?
Last year helped me a lot. That was my first time really dealing with checking in and out of things and getting us in the right play, good matchup, route, whatever it is. So last year it was tough, to think about all those things, and you have all these options and figuring out which one's best. Now that I've had that experience, it helps a lot, because I know I have a few things. You can't do everything, so you have a checklist in your mind. These are the things I want to do today based on last week, what they did, last practice, whatever it may be. These are some things I want to get to, and if we get the right look, get to them. If not, then you just do the best with what you got and do the next best thing. That's what Press and Coach Peterson and Coach McCoy all talk about is, hey, if we're not in the perfect play, just do the next best thing. Take a completion, throw the ball away, whatever it is. And that's just something that I've been trying to work on. I think it's helped a lot.
What did you see on the one that Shaquille Griffin got his hands on down the field?
Yeah, just had a little pressure. Probably got sacked, honestly. Had a little pressure. So just kind of made it a scramble and just made a bad decision outside of the pocket. Probably just check that thing down, or I think our back got ate up in protection, so probably just throw that one away once I get out of the pocket.
Yeah, Robertson Harris was pretty active today. Huh?
Yeah, he's had a great offseason. Like I've said, it's always hard when nobody has pads on. It's just kind of messy up front because tempo's tough with those guys. So he's had a great offseason. I mean, you guys see him. He's huge, and he looks really good. I mean, last year I thought he started to pick it up a lot. Towards the end of the year, I thought he started to play well. And just to see him come out, and the whole spring he's been playing really well. So I'm excited to see that.
What is Ingram going to be in this offense?
Sorry, what did you say? Evan? Yeah. I mean, Evan's great. He adds a lot of speed at tight end. And you look at our tight end room, we got some really good players. Some of the new guys, obviously, but then you got Dan, who can kind of do it all. Evan, who's really fast, is going to add an explosive element to the offense. Chris Manhertz, just a really big guy, can help in the passing game, a great blocker. And then Luke, who's kind of a hybrid that can just plug and play wherever you need him. Really good in the pass game, really technical with his hands in the blocking game and run game. So we got a really good room, well-rounded, and I think that's going to help us a lot this year.
Trevor, I got here a little bit late if you've already been asked this, but have you ever been part of a team with so many voices? You mentioned Press and Jim Bob and Mike, and then Doug is involved as he is. I mean, that's 4 offensive voices. How's that going? It's been
really smooth. I think everybody's on the same page, which is good. I think the way they built the staff is everyone has a similar, not everyone's going to think the same. Obviously, you need that diversity to be able to put you in the best position to win, but everyone's on the same page, and you can tell it's very seamless. And also, too, it's when people talk, it's not everyone trying to say their opinion, it's kind of people pick and choose, and I think they do a good job of communicating beforehand. So when we get into meetings, they kind of know exactly what they're all thinking, and they're all on the same page.
But it's more than you had at Clemson or obviously.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the collaboration it's a lot more voices, which is great. And like I said, they just do such a good job of communicating. It's never, not many situations where guys aren't on the same page and where they're disagreeing and thinking 2 different things. Obviously, we have a lot of great conversation of what's the best idea for that particular situation, but a lot of communication, which is really good.
What was your impression of Jamal Agnew today? He looked great running out there.
Looks great. It's good to have him back out. He's been kind of working his way up, taking it slow. No reason to rush it right now. I know kind of what he can do. He gave us a lot of explosive plays last year, gave us a burst. He was great, made some bigger he made a lot more plays on offense than we all probably would have seen going into the season, just because he's mostly a special teams guy. But having that extra guy that you can plug in at receiver in the slot, whatever you need for speed, it just helps a lot, gives you an extra element.
How long did it take you to completely flush last season? A week, a couple weeks, whatever?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I'm not even thinking about that anymore. We've been, for now, a few months just deep diving into putting this plan together and putting ourselves in the best position to win this year. So I don't really even think about that or really care anymore at this point. We're past it.
What gives you what's the biggest reason you have for optimism for this 2022 season? Is there a single, obviously the roster's better, that goes without saying, but beyond that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. Obviously, like you said, the roster, we have a lot of really good players. Like I've said, the coaching staff, just the way everything's been structured, the way they've approached everything, the leadership, all those things I think is going to help us a ton. And then the team as well. I think the mindset of the team has been great. Obviously, guys that were here already that, we had a lot of good people here on the team, good voices, good players, but then to add a bunch of new guys that are also just hard workers, great players, the right people you want to be around, all those things coming together, I think that the leadership is definitely going to make a big difference.
Any more thoughts about the offseason, working out with some guys? I know last year you went to Clemson and did some stuff.
Yeah, we got a little plan. It's not done yet, so I don't want to put it all out there. Also, people are weird. I don't want everybody to know where we're going. So, but yeah, we're gonna go somewhere and get some work and have a little bit of fun and just fellowship a little bit. That's the biggest thing. Obviously, it's good to go throw for a couple days, but just getting to hang out and get to know each other more and just spend some time together is a lot of fun.
How's Visca been this offseason?
He's been great. I know he's been taking it easy the last couple of days, kind of getting himself back a little bit because he was going hard for a few weeks straight and making a lot of plays. He looks a lot faster. Obviously, he's going to be that guy when you get the ball in his hands. He's going to make a play. But as far as just evolving and knowing situationally the right thing to do and route adjustments, all those things, he looks really good and has made a big improvement from last year. So it's been cool to see, and I think he's really hungry. He's been attacking it, and I think it's showing on the practice field. He's made a lot of big plays for us already.
How much does it make a difference that he can really move the needle or turn the corner? But if he turns out,
What, Laviska?
Yeah.
A huge difference. Like, that's a guy you gotta get the ball in his hands just because he can make so many plays when he has it. So And then for his sake, like I just said, the improvement he's made on just being able to do everything, I think that's going to help him a lot, obviously, and help the team a lot, because when he's in the game, it's not just, all right, we're going to give him the ball on a screen, or we're going to throw him quick game, short route, and let him run. It's he can run the whole route tree and really make a defense, get them on their heels. So it helps a lot.
Were you surprised he volunteered to do punt returns?
No, I mean, he's a guy, I mean, he wants to do whatever he can to help the team win, however he can get involved. It's always been that way. I know he's, like, even during the season last year, always, like, going on the sideline, sacrificing his body, stuff. I have to tell him, like, dude, just step out of bounds. Like, we need you. You don't have to do that. So just, that doesn't surprise me. We got a lot of weapons back there. I know we got, obviously, Ag, Christian, Travis, LaVisca, and a few other guys. We got a lot of guys that can do it. So that's awesome.
We saw the video of James running last week with the vest on. Just wanted to hear your thoughts on how he's looking, conversations amongst the two of you. How's he kind of progressing off the injury last year?
He's doing really good. I think his mindset is really good. Obviously, I don't see a lot of the rehab he does. He's on his own with a lot of that, but I think his mind is in the right place, and I know he's excited to get back. He's kind of itching to get back, but take our time. Like I said, we're not going to win a game right now. We need everybody to get healthy. So that's the biggest thing, and he understands that. So just taking his time and making sure he's healthy before he comes back. But I know he's really excited, and just to see the way this offseason has gone, we've had conversations and just really excited about where we're headed.
How's it feel having Travis lined up next to you again?
Feels good. Obviously, last year didn't get to do much of that besides the first 2 preseason games. So it's really nice having him back there. Just like I've said about some other guys, but he just adds another element to our offense. We have so many different type of players that we can switch guys in and out, and it gives you a whole new look. And I think that's a big thing in the league, is being able to make it harder on the defense. Different personnels, all those things, and we just have a lot of weapons right now, which is great.
Is Evan Ingram one of the more wide receiver-looking tight ends that you've worked with over the course of your time?
Definitely, but I mean, he's heavier than he looks, though. I mean, he's probably, I don't know exactly how heavy. He's probably 240.
Yeah.
He's
what he's listed at. Yeah.
So he's heavier than he looks, but just his speed, like the first time throwing to him, I'm like, gosh, this guy can fly. He runs like a receiver, and just having that matchup is going to be great for us. Whoever that is, safety, linebacker, whoever's going to have to cover him is going to be tough.
All right, sure.
Good. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.